What's poppin', y'all? DDG recently broke up with his man's Cinco. It's almost like these guys are coming out of a factory, and the guy just hit shelves. Cinco just hit the shelves. We hop into Walmart. We were like, oh, shoot, Cinco's the newest addition to the streaming universe. And then he just gets snatched off the shelves immediately, or at least snatched off the shelves that DDG's running in his distribution network. And I'm here to say that I think, and I will cover that whole thing probably in a scripted video where I just have every single piece of information in chronological order, because there's just so much with that. And every time I try to make a video, new information comes out. I'm like, oh, this is another topic. But one thing I wanted to touch on is that part of the reason why DDG said they couldn't be cool is because Cinco was going to bring some people to meet with DDG. And I think there's some backstory that people aren't adding to this, why DDG took that so seriously, and he wasn't able to repair, or wasn't willing to repair, this relationship like he was willing to repair relationships with other people in the past. So I'm going to play you guys that first clip right now.
I'm trolling this at this point. And then it get to a point where really make me say, like, you know what, I don't fuck with this no more. This got to talking gangster with me. Typing with only C's and shit, replacing all the K's. And I'm like, who are you trying to bang on? To me, shit ain't even that deep. Even when he's saying the this and that, blah, 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 it ain't even that deep to me. I'm like, bro, this really not that fucking deep. Let's just go get some 16-ounce gloves, and let's just box this out, and we can hug it out afterwards. That's how I solve my problem. That's how real friends supposed to go. You fight, you get it out the way, and then we good. I told this nigga, hey, let's box this and get it over with. Boom, boom. I was just gonna tickle his nose a little bit, jab, jab. Went that deep. I wasn't gonna try to hurt the little man. Like I wouldn't even on there. I'm like, bro, you're not finna keep saying on the phone, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna do this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then you don't wanna. Ain't that gang culture? Don't y'all fight all the time? I'm like, this should be nothing but a walk in the park. Let's just box and run this bag up for capaholics. Let's just get this over with. It's not that deep. This calls his Crip homies. I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't my mans. This ain't my mans. This is not my homie. You calling some to come fight for you, knowing how this can go, knowing how far it can go. I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga was on the phone trying to put plays together to get me robbed, whatever the I don't know what this nigga got going on. But once he did that and he's trying to call niggas on me.
Hey, listen, all I'm willing to say is I know these gang members be doing it, and they're like, yeah, you know, we just ran the fade. And this is why I think they're able to do it, is because number one, cameras aren't recording. Number two, they're doing it in a private area. And number three, there is a hierarchy in place to where it's like, hey, this is a respect level thing. But regular homies, and DDG falls into regular because he's not a gang member or involved in anything like that. Or regular people in general, if you gotta get into a fade with your homies, them is not your homies, dog. Maybe if you're a child, but as a grown man, like let's say you're anywhere from like 6 to 14 years old, right? You get into a little scuffle with the homie. It is what it is. Especially the most important part is it's not public and it's not videotaped, because that's when you start getting into like these status games and there's humiliation involved. And that's why I think with DDG, there's no way you're getting into a fade with DDG and losing, because Cinco would lose and it's going to be cool after. No, it's going to be cool for DDG after, because he knows he would win. And then what do you think DDG's the type to do? He's like, you get into another argument with him. He's like, all right, don't make me have to put hands on you again. Oh, you don't want to do that again. So he's constantly belittling you to remind you that he beat you when you guys ran that fade. So no, we got to get that out of here. But I personally didn't even know Cinco was involved whatsoever with gangs in LA. And apparently, information that I got, someone told me, is that Cinco's dad is really like that and really respected. And this is why I got to give credit to Cinco. This is why I know that I like Cinco. Pause on that, because he grew up in that. I didn't know Cinco had anything gang related, right hand to God, until DDG and that person told me what Cinco's dad was involved in. And I've seen a good amount of clips from Cinco. So that just goes to show he is not the type of person that needs to let everybody know about that. And I like a type of person like that, because that's someone you can take other places. But Cinco goes on to add a little bit more context. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
At this point, he did get to a point where really made me say, like, you know what, I don't put this no more.
I had his bad game, like, in real, there ain't shit happened. What the fuck happened for what? Internet beef?
I'm like,
beef for real, but it's not the streets, gang.
What you talking about? You're not finna bang on me. And then
I type like that all the time.
Across the line, bro. The following day,
yeah,
bro, I called T.O. because they all in the crib deliberating and shit. I called.
Yeah, this is what I really want to talk about. And if he would have listened to my video and not yapped the whole time, he would have understood. He would have caught what I'm finna say.
Blah, 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 blah. This gonna say like, Kai, your daddy.
Yeah.
So I said, I made you. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you saying Kai is this, what the fuck am I to you?
Yeah.
I gotta at least be your uncle or something.
And mind you, and this is, I know this is something he doesn't know how to do, and I take full accountability. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, because at the end of the day, you know, that wasn't right to say. I shouldn't have stooped to his level. You know, I should have remained calm-headed. That was my fault.
Now I gotta be your grandpa. I gotta be something to you. Cause there ain't no way you popping it like that, right? That's what he said. So then, yeah, I said, I made you.
Yeah.
And then that's what he got to doing all this other. So we get on the phone, arguing back and forth. I told this, all right, we going back and forth. This is how I saw this man, right? To me, ain't even that deep. Even when he's saying the this and that, blah, 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 it ain't even that deep to me. I'm like, bro, this is really not that deep.
Yeah.
Let's just go get some 16-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
And let's just box this out. And we can hug it out afterwards.
Yeah. And this is where he lied. You know what I'm saying? Our last messages were, he told me, you for life. On the phone, the said, we not homies, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. After I beat the shit out you, we not gonna be cool. Don't ever think we finna be cool. All this, all that. So why is you making it seem like, oh, we could've just, I told him, let's just do 16 ounces. We just tickle his nose a little bit, and then we cool. No, man, you said some whole other shit. So, and then you said, I'm with all that. You said, I'm with all that, and all that, like, yeah, so, oh yeah, I don't know if he said it yet.
My problem. That's how real friends supposed to go. You fight, you get it out of the way,
Yeah.
and then we good.
Yeah.
This, I told you, hey, let's box this and get it over with. Boom, boom. I was just gonna tickle his nose a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
jab.
Yeah.
You went in there deep. I wasn't gonna try to hurt the little man. Like, I wouldn't even know that. I'm like, bro, you're not finna keep saying on the phone, I'm gonna do this and that.
Mind you, he's saying it like I said, I'm a beat your ass. Like, hey, I'm a beat your ass. Gang, you the one initiating this.
Another reason for me to like this guy. He even apologized. So he said, like, yo, Kai's your daddy. And he, even after this breakup that he had with DDG, he says, you know what? I was wrong for saying that. That's maturity right there. And he doesn't have any reason to do something like that. But first, we see a sick PC right next to Jay Cinco. Jay Cinco went and copped a Bentley that people were trying to cap was $350K, but he paid like 80-something K for that, which they decided to pocket watch him. It was DDG fans pocket watching him, not me. I think the fact that he got it, you get a whip like that regardless. I'm giving you, I don't care what year it is. I mean, as long as we're not doing like a 1999 Bentley, right? But if it's within the past 10, 15 years, 10 years even, who cares? I'm looking at it like, hey, congratulations, you leveled up. You're able to afford something like this. That's good for you. So good for Jay Cinco. But the reason why we got to circle this back, he got a nice PC. They say he's spending on his girl. He got to upgrade to YouTube Premium. What, Jay Cinco, what you doing over here? Listen, YouTube Premium is the last thing that I will ever remove. Now, YouTube does be playing around, and they be trying to charge up that YouTube Premium, make it more and more expensive. I might have to hit up the Turkey plug. You know how these streamers, they say they be buying subs from Turkey or whatever, which I don't know if that's so true, but subscriptions to Premium of Spotify or any of these other platforms, including YouTube Premium, is cheaper if you use another country's currency. And it's basically, if they keep playing with me, I might have to get a Turkey subscription or an Argentina subscription, I think, because those are significantly cheaper. But YouTube Premium, I will cancel Spotify. I will cancel, hell, I might not even pay rent. Nah, my mama don't charge me rent. That's crazy. If your mama charge you rent, hey, it is what it is. Listen, we can't all have love given to us like that. I guess it's just for the chosen ones. Shout out to Illuminati on that one. But regardless, the point is, I'm not giving up YouTube Premium. And Jay Cinco, he need to hop on that YouTube Premium. It will change your life. I promise you. Jay Cinco, hop on that YouTube Premium. But I do respect him staying off that ad block. He's given DDG his paper. So even in the times when he is a foe, he decided, you know what? I'm gonna play this ad for DDG, make sure that he gets his paper off of this. So that's respectable right there.
You feel me? And I told bro, I literally said, and when he said, I'm gonna let it get to it.
And then you don't want to.
I never said I didn't want to. I always said I'm never turning on no fade, brother. Like that's already that, brother. I've been said that, brother.
Don't y'all fight all the time? I'm like, this should be nothing but a walk in the park. Let's just box and run his bag up for capaholics.
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with. It's not that.
But he don't need money, gang. He's not money hungry. Why? Like, run the bag up for capaholics, but brother, mind you, bro just said, I don't need money. I'm full, gang. I'm full. Like, he don't need no money, gang.
This costs his Crip homies.
Ooh.
This ain't my mans. This ain't my mans.
I'm not your man. You just told me I wasn't your mans, though, brother. You just said I wasn't your mans, brother. Now when I call the bros, it's like, nah, he not my mans, brother. The reason why I called the bros is, my everybody bowed down to you. When I got into it with you, my I'm not like I don't even feel comfortable. Now I feel like if something happened, gang, ain't nobody riding for me. That's how I personally felt. So I'm gonna pull up with my bros. That don't mean my bros gonna do anything to you, brother. Mind you, that's why he apologized last time, because I brought the bros. We was supposed to link up at the video. We was doing our video and we got into it. We was finna squabble, and I always say this anytime. I say, I'ma squabble you first, and then my bro want a back fade off you. Yeah, like that's how that's how we do it.
I believe Jay Cinco here because DDG knows what he's getting into. So if that was the conversation that they had on the phone, DDG knows that Jay Cinco is most likely not recording that. It wasn't going to be logged. So if it ever came up to the point where he had to show texts, DDG would show the text and the text wouldn't align with what Jay Cinco was saying. So I believe DDG sent it there. And Jay Cinco, I think he's being fair here. He even says like, yo, he took it to this violent side of things. And if he's telling me F me for life, I'm looking at it like, all right, I guess we done. Like, what's the situation here? I don't even know if I can trust you. Are you still my mans? Because if you're just trying to run this friendly fade with your homie that DDG claims to be doing, then you wouldn't say F you for life. Hold on. I really just had to rewind that in my head. He said, I'm going to bring my bros because I don't feel safe around your peoples because you said F me. And I'm following. I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. But then he says, I'm never the one to, well, he previously said, I'm never the one to turn down a fade. But after we fade, if I lose, my homie's going to need the back fade off of you. I'm like, he's not talking about a haircut, that's for sure. So if you lose, that means your homie, that he needs to fight your homie. Like this reminds me of back when Israel Adesanya was doing kickboxing, and they would have certain fights where they were like tournament-style fights where there was, I don't know, like 16 people, and then you had to do fight after fight after fight after fight the whole night until you go up the charts or the rankings, and then you get to the finals fight. It's kind of like a quarterfinal, semifinal, and then final. Maybe even like I think it starts out at 16 people. So you got DDG going through this, and he's like, this is how they do it in LA. Maybe this is why I don't go to LA. Because if this is how they're getting down, and this is the thing, this is an LA thing, because I remember, because they look at it, and you got to keep in mind, like he's saying, like, yo, if we're homies, we can run the fade. So they only believe in a friendly fade, which is if they're homies with you, they'll run the fade. But if they're not homies with you, you are subject, and they ask you for a fade, which they don't turn down, you are subject to being attacked with a weapon, you're subject to being jumped, and you got to deliver a back fade if you win. So it's like, if you lose, it's bad for you because pain is going to be inflicted on you. And if you win, pain is still going to be inflicted on you because there's multiple people coming after you. What the hell is this? This is where DDG, you got it. Jay Cinco then goes on to say that, hey, DDG could just squabble up with his homie instead. That's his age. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
If any feel away, you can squabble my bro. He right here. That's just how we do, brother. You feel me? You want to talk about Mr. Crip and Mr. this and all this Crip. So when I bring the Crips out, it's not my man's this not my, nah, it's a problem, gang. No, I was gonna squabble you, that wasn't no problem. But I also want to see you squabble at your age. Like I want to see you squabble at 27, 28. I want to see you squabble at like all this popping you do to us. Squabble one of these. I want to see how you get one of these. You feel me? Because all this popping to me, T.O., and all that, I want to see you pop it to these. Because last time when I was bringing these, you apologized. Oh, I'm sorry. Niggas ain't pull up to the video for an hour. You feel me? Like, gang, you feel me? Like, gang, don't pop all this street and I'm with all that. You say you with all the extras. Then they bring all that. Turns out you're not with none of the extras. You feel me? But that's why I said that in my video, I said, hold on. In my video, I said sometimes when I want to go here, I want to go here because I felt disrespected, right? I said this. But I got into it with T.O. I got into a lot of, you feel me, whatever. And I literally had to calm myself down. I'm like, you know what? And one thing I do say, I do apologize. I do apologize. And I'm not saying that like this is my bro, but after you talking about I'm not your bro, you I made you do it, never be cool. I'll beat your ass. I thought I beat your ass. We not cool. Like, gang, you don't just like you like. Why would I like? Come on, brother. Like, come on, gay. Like, you acting like we just cool or something, brother. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna squabble off the dribble. I'm not never saying no squabble for me. That's never what I said, gang. I'm squabbling off the dribble. You feel me? Like, and if you don't want to squabble, bro, just tell bro, turn down the fade. Like, oh, you don't want to squabble. Cool. But I want my there. You feel me? I feel comfortable with these here. You feel me? Because I don't trust certain. You feel me? I don't trust again.
This is where it gets a little bit confusing because he's like, yo, I want DDG. You could just fight my man's who's your age. Like, Jay Cinco is like 23, turning on 24. DDG's 27, 28. You're in the same age bracket. Like, now we're talking about like 23 to 27 for this 4-year age gap is what? Like, this isn't a freshman and a senior. Your growth plates are closed, guys. Your growth plates are closed. You're the same age. Realistically, you could even say somebody that didn't take care of themselves from a young age at 27, 28, they're more likely to be washed than a 23-year-old. And I do think Jay Cinco does have more of a level head in this situation, even though he's trying to paint it as like, nah, I would have taken my squabble, but he clearly said that you owe his homie a squabble off the back or the back fade or whatever that is. I don't really know how that gets down. But the reason why I say Jay Cinco is not, and why I got respect for the dude, because even when, and a good example of him showing that he's got a level head is the instance that happened in Paris, which I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Brother, what do you want? What do you want? I don't want no picture, bro. Okay. I'm not exiting nowhere. I'm right here.
Whoa, you need to relax. Okay.
Man, I don't give a about none of that, man. Watch out, bro. I don't give a about none of that.
What is
What you
going
talking
on?
about? On my
Can
face.
someone get him out of here?
Bro,
Can
we
you have
good, bro.
security? Like, get what?
We don't want no picture, bro. Hey,
Wait, stop touching him. What's wrong with you? Bro, please. Oh my God. Can you call security?
So this situation happened, and he was with the same girl, I think, that he's with right now, that I think he's officially dating her right now, Lala Baptiste, who needs to shut up when this is going on. This irritates me so much. Like, it's just hearing this nagging on the side of you talking, you yelling is not going to help any situation. Really, the best thing she could have done is leave, exit the premises, and then he'll just get back with her when he gets back with her. That's the best thing that she could have done. And you see this all the time. I think the worst thing is when two guys are squabbling and then the chick tries to get in the middle. It's like, what are you doing? This is dangerous for both. It's the most dangerous for her, but you're not going to help the situation. Just silence and then get out of the situation. That's the best thing that you could do, because when has anyone ever heard like, yo, there's a lady yelling, stop? That's never happened. You just hear the lady keep yelling. So that's her off to the side. But the reason for this is clearly this guy's talking. This is I'm almost certain this is an African because they're in France. So this guy's gigantic in comparison to Jay Cinco. And he's coming with like a level of disrespect to Jay Cinco. Jay Cinco is trying to calmly handle this situation whilst also not looking like a punk, especially in front of this girl, which I think he was just getting to know her at this point. And Jay Cinco got a lot of flack for this. Now, what happened was this dude, Jay Cinco, the guy pushes him first. The guy puts hands on Jay Cinco first. And then the part where I cut out, the guy rocks Jay Cinco. He busts up his lip. And then Jay Cinco throws hands after. And this is the thing when people are like, oh, nah, you can't. If Jay Cinco was on that, like if he was not thinking like the typical person that comes out of LA from his background and is not mature, he would have just thrown hands with him immediately. Like any rapper's entourage, they would have just thrown hands immediately. That guy gets close, he doesn't want to back off. Okay, it's getting violent, it's getting physical. So he tried every single angle he could do until the moment where he was forced into the situation. So he had to throw hands back, which he did. Now, he probably ended up taking more damage. It is what it is, but he got a lot of flack for this. Like, yo, why didn't you swing earlier? Why didn't you do this? And he handled it maturely. He didn't get tricked out of his position, especially while the guy's in a foreign country. But why was this the straw that broke the camel's back with DDG, especially bringing the Crips into this? Well, DDG, when he was a rapper, he got into an altercation with another rapper that was a Crip. And this story got brought up. Not many people are bringing this up, but it was none other than OT Genesis. Yes, Cut It, Coco. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
What's good? Give it to me, cuz. Stop hating.
I don't know.
Stop hating, cuz.
DDG.
DDG.
That nigga.
DDG, cuz. Let's talk about it.
I heard you DDG.
Hey, cuz, what happened with DDG, cuz? Who want to talk about it? Anybody? Oh, y'all niggas acting like
We don't.
all right, let's leave it alone then.
Let me tell you a story.
Never mind then, cuz.
I can tell you a story.
Let's hear a
Let me tell
story.
you a story. Can't no nigga deny this one.
Uncle Ricky. Let's hear a
We
story.
chilling. We gotta listen. Look, we got a what's it called cracking in my look.
Let's
we
talk
got
about it.
We got a party cracking in my house, right?
Let's talk about it.
So it's a party cracking in my house.
Booming. It was booming,
So,
by the way.
Booming.
Here we go.
Right?
It was booming.
What I had, it was my C-Day, right?
Yo, C-Day party.
All right, so it was my C-Day party.
Cracking.
We chilling. I tell her, the security, like, hey, don't let nobody go in my room from over here to here. Let them use the bathroom. Let them da-da-da-da. But don't let nobody go on this side. Yeah. So like, all right, cool, whatever. Straight. All right, cool. So I walked outside. One of the homegirls was like, hey, it's in your room right now. Do you know that? I said, who? She said, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is, but he in my room. And she said, but he in your room. I said, who? So I go over there. Boom, I see him in there. And it's in there with like two, something, whatever. So I get over there. I'm like, what's up, cuz? Who told you to come in here? Cuz get at me like, oh, whoop told me to come in here. I'm like, man, cuz didn't say that because he cuz know better. Nigga, you in my room. It's my room.
Yeah.
Who is you?
Who is you?
That's how I look at it. That's how I get at cuz. Who is you?
Who is you?
My room.
Yeah.
Cuz like, yeah, what the he got the little, It's kind of like when niggas like slide off, go try to knock the little down, cuz go with the woo, but
following the
it's just oh, good looking.
following the
My room though, you feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, who is you? So this is my room, bro. So he like, oh, what the woo? Cuz start doing all the I'm like, cuz I don't believe it, cuz everything you saying right now, you saying, the name that told you to come in here, cuz would not tell you to walk in here, bro.
Yeah. At all.
Oh, what the woo? Oh, it's what the woo, wop.
Night.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Good night.
Let me tell you something.
See ya.
Let me tell you something. You ever seen when you hold you hold some spaghetti or pasta up and let it go? Had to catch that, cuz.
Yeah.
No. To catch that. The nigga it was.
See ya.
You had to catch cuz before cuz bang cuz head against a thing and cuz be a dead man. You feel me? So had to catch cuz mid-air. Woof. Catch cuz caught him mid, threw him on the the homies like, man, strip cuz right now. I'm like, so I'm not even worried about it. We strip cuz, all of that. Cuz are like, nah, we're not doing that. We ain't stripping cuz. Cuz he did what he did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cuz was disobedient, came. You know what I mean? Came in your room, whatever, with the whoop. Whoop. You know what we gonna do? You know what we gonna do though? Nigga take out his jewelry, cause everything, took all his jewelry, dead homies, put it in his pocket, and then slap cuz. Wake up, slapping the cuz. Hey, get up, cuz.
Wake
up,
bro.
Get up. Cuz don't want to get up, slapping his face. Finally get up, had all his jewelry, everything. Hey, bro, you gotta get up out of here.
Go about your business.
Left. I wake up in the morning. It's a couple like, yeah. I heard y'all jump. I said, jump? Who? Who we jump? It's a bunch of guns in here. Who we jumping? Right. Oh, nah. Oh, that's what it said?
One hit
okay,
quarter,
cool.
bro.
You know what? All right, y'all stay with that. Yeah. What that is? Yeah, we know the truth. Crib Street.
This is a crazy story, and just what we've been hearing from DDG as of late, it's no surprise that this would happen because OT Genesis probably walked in the room and he's like, yo, what the hell are you doing in the room? And I think maybe DDG could have potentially just said, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be here, my bad. But also, I don't really know how OT Genesis gets down, but OT Genesis, he wasn't trying to hear anything, and he just, like, as you guys heard in the story. Well, this story would resurface again when Adam asked them about it. He would ask AD about it, and he would also ask T-Rel about it. and then DDG would respond. I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
Pick him up like.
Let me tell you what happened, bro. I'm surrounded by 10 linebackers. D1, these look like they can play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. These is 6'3", cocky as hell, 10, bro. It ain't no one-on-ones. It's no one-on-ones, bro. I'm surrounded by the biggest, and bro, these is it's at least no bullshit, bro. It's at least 5 or 10 security guards in there, bro. Huge. I'm surrounded by all these 5 different crips. I don't know none of these. I'm dolo by myself, bro. By myself, right? I'm thinking everything's smooth, so I'm talking to the OT and shit. Mind you, I'm off vodka, I'm off tequila, everything. I'm talking to OT and shit. I'm like, bro, like, why would I come in your room to try to steal something, bro? I'm in this party with a paddock on, tennis chain, all that, bro. Like, I'm not thinking about mother stealing nothing from you. I don't need nothing from you. I'm in this bitch with, I'm surrounded by gang members and bodyguards and shit, right? So I'm politicking with the, I'm like, bro, like, what the, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand where all the confusion coming from. The security guard got scared because he fucked up and told me to use the bathroom and the shit, right? So I asked the security guy, I'm like, let me go use the bathroom and then, bro, all the bathrooms backed up. OT know me, whoop whoop, all this other shit. Like, all right, bet, go ahead. I use the bathroom, I leave, everything smooth, right? The niggas call me back in there. I'm like, you know, everything cool because, you know, I know whoop whoop, all this other shit. I don't know if niggas on drugs, they drunk or whatever, right? So I go back there with the niggas again. I could have dipped. I could have said, nigga, get your hand off me. I ain't going back with you. But I'm thinking everything's smooth, bro. So I go back there and shit, right? It's 10 minutes. No bullshit, bro. I'm dolo. 19, okay? 19. These is pushing 30. These is 30 and up. Old ass, bro. I'm dolo. Let me remind you, 19 and dolo. This is extremely unnecessary, right? I'm surrounded by 10 different niggas, bro. I'm sitting down, right? We in the room or whatever. These is just like pressing me over and over. Mind you, they don't know they dealing with a boss. They dealing with a millionaire. Like you disrespecting a young black that's doing the right shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to be a gangster. I don't bang, none of that shit, right? I'm chilling. I'm at the party having a good time, relaxing, bro. Doing my thing, right? These pressing me and shit. It's a 8 foot, 7 foot. Mind you, these got gray hair, old as fuck, right? 10 different Crips and all this other surrounding one nigga, which is me, right? I'm drunk as hell. I'm telling the security guard, like, he came back here by himself. He came back here by himself, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, this is one of the that told me to come use the bathroom, bro. So I'm like, bro, what you told me to come back here? What are you talking about, bro? Like, I got more, and then I was like, I got more money than half in this. I swear to God on my soul, bro, I ain't even know the OT was the that punched me, right? And OT, like, this shit lame as hell for you to even still be talking about this shit 5 years later, bro. Like, you could have easily DM'd me. We could have chopped it up. You see me in public, we could have chopped it up on some cool shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. That shit was 5 years ago. I'm in a completely different space in life right now. 25 on my grown man. Nobody thinking about fighting and none of that bullshit, bro. So it's like a nigga could have easily hit me up. A nigga could have easily DM me. You know what I'm saying? So I called him. Let me watch the rest of the video.
All of you guys just pick him up and drag him out the door.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it G. Could did a grimy. Ain't even doing grimy, bro. Had all this jewelry, everything. Like, hey, here.
I think y'all did. Y'all think it's good.
We gave him all this. He got
y'all snatched it off of him and then gave it back to him.
Man, listen. Allegedly, I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying. All I know.
Y'all snatched DDG chain off of him, man, listen, and gave it back to him.
Listen.
Hey, look, we gonna give you your change back. Don't ever come back over here and go to the home. No.
This lame. This is lame. I could tell he DDG squad too. Like, what are you chatting this much for? Like,
So I think, yeah, the way that DDG retells this story, it's a little bit confusing because AD says later on that the reason why this got brought up was because a YouTuber said he got jumped. And then they're saying, no, he didn't get jumped. He just got socked out by OT and he got knocked out. And the DDG made a video around the same time called I Got Jumped. But the story that DDG tells in that one is that it was in a club. But this scenario, and it was in a club, and then he went out with some Korean girl, and then she, like, showed him a cigarette or something like that, and then he gets socked by some guy. And then some other guy comes from behind him, and he says he didn't get knocked out or slept in that venue, and this was a venue. Here, it's OT Genesis's crib. They said he was throwing something for his C-Day. That's how you know he's cripped out. So DDG, of course, he's talking about, and I believe him when he says the security guard might have messed up because the security guard probably let him through, and he's not going to be like, yeah, I messed up, so then he gets pressed by OT Genesis. So I believe that much, and I also believe that DDG was cocky and gave off that energy of like, yo, I'm richer than all of y'all, which is probably what ended up getting him socked out by the OT Genesis. I don't know for certain because you don't know. These guys are all liquored up. OT is known for not straying away from throwing the hands. So I'm really thinking, like, you could hear in this clip of DDG really, his ego really coming into play, which I also think happened with Cinco. And you could hear DDG explicitly say, he said, and I quote, I said, I got more money than half the people in this bit. And I think that's when he got socked out. Because, and this, I don't know if he, when he retold the story in that clip that I played you guys, if he said that in his head or if he's saying that he said that out loud. Because if he said that out loud, then yeah, they weren't trying to hide that. And it just goes to show you money is DDG, money and clout. DDG, man, that's a deadly combination. That's another level of cross-faded. And I think he got done foul. Of course, like, they left him with his jewelry, and this story just resurfaced later. But I do think that this left a sour taste in DDG's mouth of, like, yo, this Crip stuff. I think when Cinco started talking that, these flashbacks started coming in DDG's mind where he's like, whoa, I'm just surrounded by giants. There's nothing I can do. If someone socks me out, it's not like I could have fought them back because then a bunch of people are just going to jump me. I thought I was safe in this scenario. So I think DDG just wants to be as far away as possible from anything gang-related. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.